Let's talk about WinRAR, the file compression tool you've probably ignored for years. It's that little icon you see when you download a zip or RAR file, the program that quietly sits in the background helping you open everything from work documents to downloaded games. For most people, WinRAR is just another utility, something you install once and forget about. But what if I told you that this unassuming tool could be the weakest link in your digital defenses? While you've forgotten about it, hackers haven't. In fact, they're counting on you to overlook it. They've found a flaw so serious it's like leaving your front door wide open, inviting anyone to walk right in. Imagine thinking your home is secure, only to discover you've left the key under the mat for years. That's the level of risk we're talking about here. This isn't a hypothetical risk. It's happening right now, and it's called CVE 2025-8088. This vulnerability has already been exploited in the wild, with attackers actively searching for unpatched systems. Security researchers have sounded the alarm, but many users remain unaware, continuing to use outdated versions without a second thought. WinRAR is everywhere. Hundreds of millions of users, from home computers to office workstations. It's used by students, professionals, and businesses alike. Whether you're sharing family photos or sensitive company files, chances are you've relied on WinRAR at some point. Its sheer ubiquity makes it a perfect target for cybercriminals. That makes it a prime target. Hackers only need to break one tool to reach millions. Instead of attacking individual users, they can exploit a single vulnerability to gain access to countless systems. It's efficient, it's stealthy, and it's devastatingly effective. Cybercriminals are constantly scanning for weaknesses like this, and when they find one, they move fast. This vulnerability lets attackers use a simple compressed file to plant malware deep in your system, just by clicking extract here. You don't have to do anything fancy, just opening the wrong file is enough. The malware can bypass your usual defenses, hiding in places you'd never think to look, and potentially giving hackers control over your entire computer. It's a reminder that even the most boring software can become a gateway for chaos. We often focus on flashy new apps or suspicious downloads, but sometimes the real danger comes from the tools we trust the most. Outdated software, no matter how dull, can be a ticking time bomb. If you've ever downloaded a file from the internet, this concerns you. Every time you open a compressed file, you're potentially exposing yourself to this risk. It doesn't matter if you're tech-savvy or a casual user, everyone is vulnerable if they don't stay updated. The tools we trust most can be turned against us in an instant, unless we pay attention. Keeping your software updated isn't just a good habit, it's essential for your security. Don't let convenience turn into carelessness. Take a moment to check for updates and make sure your digital front door is locked tight. What is WinRAR? If you've ever downloaded a file from the internet, chances are you've seen its colorful icon sitting quietly on your desktop. WinRAR is one of those programs that almost everyone has used at some point, but few people actually think about. It's like a digital utility knife, always there when you need it, but rarely in the spotlight. It's that persistent program that keeps asking you to buy a license after your trial ends. Most of us just click close and keep using it year after year, ignoring the reminders. It's almost become a running joke online. WinRAR's endless trial period that never truly locks you out. But what does WinRAR actually do? It compresses files into .rar or .zip archives, making it easier to send, store, and organize data. Whether you're sharing vacation photos, work documents, or massive game files, WinRAR shrinks them down to manageable sizes. It's a tool that quietly powers the way we move information around the digital world. WinRAR has been around since 1995, ancient in internet years. That's nearly 3 decades of quietly helping people manage their files, outlasting countless tech trends and fads. It's a piece of software that's seen the rise and fall of floppy disks, CDs, and even the early days of cloud storage. Because it's so reliable, most people install it once and forget about it for years. It becomes part of the digital furniture, always there, always working, never demanding much attention. You might not even remember the last time you updated it, if ever. Unlike browsers or antivirus software, WinRAR doesn't nag you to update. There are no flashing warnings, no urgent pop-ups, no constant reminders. It just sits in the background quietly doing its job while other programs fight for your attention. But that's exactly where the danger lies. Millions of people are running outdated, vulnerable versions of WinRAR without even realizing it. It's easy to forget about something that never asks for anything. Hackers know this, making WinRAR a perfect target. They look for these forgotten programs, knowing that outdated software is often riddled with security holes just waiting to be exploited. People treat it like digital furniture, always there, never updated. It blends into the background of our digital lives, quietly collecting dust while we focus on flashier apps and tools. This complacency creates a breeding ground for vulnerabilities. When we ignore these set it and forget it tools, we leave the door open for cybercriminals to slip in unnoticed. Hackers count on us ignoring these background tools. They know that the less attention we pay, the easier it is for them to exploit weaknesses and gain access to our files. If you haven't updated WinRAR in years, you're at risk. Even if you only use it occasionally, an old version can be a weak link in your digital security chain. It's not just about convenience, it's about security. Keeping your software up to date is one of the simplest ways to protect yourself online, and WinRAR is no exception. Don't let laziness be your downfall. Take a minute to check your WinRAR version and update it if needed. Your files and your peace of mind are worth it. You've heard of zeroday exploits. They're as bad as they sound. A zeroday is a flaw hackers find and use before anyone else even knows it exists. There's no defense antivirus, firewalls, updates. None of them help until a patch is made. In WinRAR's case, hackers used CVE 2000-25-8088 to install malware before anyone knew what was happening. Victims thought they were just extracting files, no warning, no clue. Once security researchers discover a zeroday, it's a race to patch it before more people get hit. Even after a fix is released, millions must be convinced to update. Until then, the exploit remains a weapon for attackers. Zerodays are the holy grail for hackers, powerful, valuable, and devastating. That's why patching quickly is critical. The WinRAR flaw is called a path traversal vulnerability. Imagine your computer as a house with many rooms, folders. Normally, extracting a file puts it in the room you choose. But this flaw lets a malicious archive sneak files into any room, even the most sensitive ones. Hackers craft RAR files that tell WinRAR to drop malware into your Windows startup folder. Anything in startup runs automatically when you log in. You think you're extracting photos, but a hidden file is placed where it will launch on reboot. The attack is silent. You see nothing unusual. Next time you start your computer, the malware runs. All it took was a simple extract here. That's how easily your system can be compromised. How do hackers get you to open a malicious RAR file? Email. They use spear phishing, targeted, convincing emails that look legitimate. The message might appear to come from a colleague or business partner, referencing real projects. The attachment? A harmless-looking RAR file, contractdetails.rar or photos_2025.rar. You open it, WinRAR's flaw is triggered, and malware is silently installed. The files you expect appear, so you suspect nothing. Hackers exploit both software and human trust. Today, even attachments from people you know can be dangerous. Always verify unexpected files, even from trusted contacts. A moment's caution can save you from disaster. These attacks aren't from amateurs. They're the work of the Romcom hacking group. Despite the name, there's nothing funny about them. Romcom is a Russian-aligned cybercrime and espionage group. They target governments, businesses, and individuals for both intelligence and profit. They're known for using zero-day exploits and ransomware. Their strategy attack widely used, rarely updated tools like WinRAR. By doing so, they maximize their reach and impact. This is a focused, well-resourced adversary, not random chaos. The heroes in this story? Security researchers at ESET. They noticed a pattern. Victims infected with the Romcom backdoor after opening RAR files. Digging deeper, they reverse-engineered the malicious archives and traced the attack to WinRAR's path traversal flaw. They documented the vulnerability and followed responsible disclosure, privately alerting WinRAR's developers. Only after a patch was ready did they go public. This process gave users a chance to protect themselves before hackers could adapt. ESET's work is a reminder. Behind every headline, experts are racing to keep us safe. Responsible disclosure is key to stopping attacks before they spread. Thanks to ESET, a fix was released before the worst could happen, but it only works if you update. Now check if you're at risk. Any WinRAR version before 7.13 is vulnerable, no exceptions. This flaw also affects related tools, command line RAR for Windows, UNRAR DLL, and more. If you use RR files on Windows and haven't updated, you're exposed. Unix, Linux, macOS, and Android versions aren't affected by this specific bug. but most users are on Windows, the main target. To check your version, open WinRAR, go to Help About WinRAR. If it's less than 7.13, you need to update now. Don't put it off. Waiting is how people get hacked. Take action immediately. If you want to keep hackers out, you need to take action right now. Here's how to fix it and make your digital world a lot safer. First, open your browser and go directly to win-rar.com. Don't rely on search results because hackers often create fake sites that look real. Always type the address yourself to make sure you're at the official source. Once you're on the official site, download the latest version of WinRAR, version 7.13 or higher. This update patches the security hole hackers are exploiting, so it's crucial you get the newest release for your operating system. After downloading, run the installer. It will automatically update your existing WinRAR installation, so you don't have to uninstall anything. Just follow the prompts and let it do its job. The whole process is quick, usually less than 2 minutes from start to finish. That's a tiny investment of time for a huge boost in security, but don't stop there. Even with the latest software, you need to stay alert. Treat every email attachment with suspicion, especially if you weren't expecting it. If you get a file out of the blue, even from someone you know, take a moment to verify it. A quick call or message can save you from a world of trouble if their account was compromised. Be extra careful with compressed files like zip or RAR archives. Hackers love to hide malware inside these because they can slip past your defenses if you're not paying attention. Good digital hygiene means more than just updating WinRAR. Make it a habit to update all your software, browsers, plugins, and operating systems, so you're always protected against the latest threats. And don't forget your antivirus. Use a reputable security program and keep it updated. Antivirus software is your last line of defense if something slips through. Staying safe online isn't about a single fix. It's about building strong habits. Set reminders to check for updates, review your security settings, and stay informed about new threats. By keeping your software up to date and staying alert, you can block attacks like Romcoms before they even start. You're in control of your digital safety. Don't let your digital life become an easy target. Take these steps, stay vigilant, and slam the door on hackers for good.